for bringing energy to this room on the Monday after the nightmare known as daylight saving. I know that is I tried something a little different this year. I set my clocks ahead 4 years. It didn't work. Let me tell you something about me. I hate spring forward so much. And this, to me, this is Donald Trump's big opportunity because we woke up this morning an hour before we usually do, and I have the kids on board now. My daughter hates daylight saving time. My son hates daylight saving time. I'm a longtime hater of daylight saving time. And my wife hates hearing us complain about how much we hate daylight saving time. So there's a lot of hate flowing through the house. And here in California, we voted, back in 2018, we voted to get rid of this. And we thought we did. 60% of voters said no more, and yet 6, 7 years later, here we are, dragging our asses out of bed again. At the same time, we have Donald Trump firing air traffic controllers, screwing up our national parks, threatening to annex Canada, focusing on all these dumb things, and not just dumb things, unpopular things. Why not focus on a dumb, popular thing and do away with this ridiculous clock change twice a year? We go forward, we go backward. It's like living in a Christopher Nolan movie, and Matt Damon is in those. I want no part of it. Set the clock and leave it be. Give the people what we want.
Okay, are you ready? So, this should be the easiest one of all, but it's a 50-50 issue. And if something's a 50-50 issue, it's hard to get excited about it. I assume people would like to have more light later, but some people want to have more light earlier because they don't want to take their kids to school in the dark.
That's how you know he's never taken his kids to school. He thinks it's dark at 7:45. Donald Trump would have mailed Eric to school in a box if he could have.
It's a little bit one way, but it's very much a 50-50 issue. And it's something I can do, but a lot of people like it one way, a lot of people like it the other way. It's very even.
No, it is not very even. It's very odd, in fact, and it's not 50-50. I guarantee you that, with the possible exception of those lunatics who get up at 5 a.m. to have alone time and watch the sun come up, if you did a poll this morning when that alarm went off an hour earlier than usual, it would have been 98-2 in favor of getting rid of daylight saving. Trump could finally do one thing to make almost everyone in this country happy. This is the thing he's waffling on? You know, Marco Rubio, a Republican senator at the time, introduced a bill that would eliminate daylight saving 3 years ago. It's called the Sunshine Protection Act. It was passed by unanimous consent. You know how hard it is for the Senate to get unanimous consent on any... They can't get unanimous consent on consent. You want to make America great again? End this daylight saving madness forever, Mr. President. I dare you. Thank you. And by the way, we'll do this all over again next year. I feel like it's worth noting this week marks the 5-year anniversary of the great pandemic, COVID. 5 years ago this week, Donald Trump announced that it would be gone by Easter. He didn't mention it was Easter 2022 he was talking about. 5 years ago, we learned all new vocabulary words we'd never heard before, like coronavirus, AstraZeneca, airborne transmission, and scariest of all of them, Zoom happy hours. Remember when we were like carefully disassembling our DoorDash driver's Chipotle delivery like we were bomb experts in the Hurt Locker? I was punching in my ATM code with my foot. It's hard to believe it's been almost 5 years since this brave individual, this woman chose the peril of death over wearing a mask into the ice cream store to get a scoop of Jamocha almond fudge. Our own heroic Baskin Robin Hood. May she rest in peace. She's dead. And I want to say thank you to our new Secretary of Health, Robert Kennedy Jr. F. There are lots of new and exciting pandemics to come, thanks to RFK, and some old ones, too. Measles has now been reported in at least 13 U.S. states. The number of cases in Texas is up to around 200 now, and there's a very nasty strain of Elon Musk making its way around Washington. This is back from a weekend with President Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Elon arrived back at the White House last night. Damn it, he's cool. I mean, look at that shirt. He dresses like the first person eliminated from the World Series of Poker. Elon Musk was at the center of an acrimonious cabinet meeting last week. He reportedly got into it with Secretary of State Marco Rubio. He lashed out at Rubio, claiming Rubio hadn't fired anyone in his department yet. Marco lashed back, saying, hey, I forced 1,500 people in my department to retire early. He said, do you want me to rehire them so you can make a show of firing them instead? The argument went on and on for what was described as an uncomfortable amount of time. In front of Trump and the whole cabinet, they were yelling and calling each other liars in the Oval Office. He really has turned this into the celebrity of president. I mean, Marco's Meatloaf, Elon's an even weirder Gary Busey, and they're fighting. Trump eventually came to Rubio's defense, but the fallout from the brouhaha was so bad, Trump had to do some spin on Truth Social. He posted, Elon and Marco have a great relationship. Any statement other than that is fake news, with 3 triple exclamation points to make it extra true. Trump has to give his pets a constant diet of liberals or they start feeding on each other. Meanwhile, poor little Marco used to be this powerful senator. Now he's first mate on the Spraytanic. He's like 3 years. The captain knows exactly what he's doing. He's driving straight at the iceberg to scare it off. And then we have our Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, who's hard at work de-woking our government. As part of the Pentagon's war on diversity, Hegseth has been scrubbing the following words from military websites. The military now discourages the use of the words equality, inclusion, racism. That's one way to stop racism. Just quit using the word. Female is on the list of words you can't use. Male not on that list. Sorry, ladies, lists are for us only now. Black is on the list. White is not on the list. And you can't use the term chest feed, which I actually agree with getting rid of that one. Breastfeed's fine. Of course, you cannot in any way use the word gay. Gay is a no-no. So much so, they're removing a photo. You might think this is a joke. It is not a joke. They're set to remove the name of the plane that dropped the atomic bomb on Japan in World War II because the plane's name is the Enola Gay. And you're next, biplanes. You'll see. You know, sometimes it's the little things that make this country great again. Meanwhile, our president's out there pumping his baby fist in the air, bopping along to YMCA. Nobody says a thing about that. The stock market was down almost 900 points today. It was the worst single day of trading since 2022. But Trump is focused on important stuff. March, as you may know, is Women's History Month. And to celebrate, Donald whipped out the old presidential Sharpie for a special proclamation.
A proclamation that proclaims March 2025 as Women's History Month in honor of all the wonderful women in your administration, all the wonderful women in America, and in honor of everything you've done for women and this administration has done for women in just, what, a month and a half? So.
Yeah, we've done a lot. And women have done a lot for us, right? This is an honor. Women, we love you.
He always, you know, and he always knows the right thing to do in every situation. So, speaking of penises, Stephen Miller is Donald Trump's deputy chief of staff. His job seems to be very strange on cable news. Miller was on Fox objecting to a joke from Saturday Night Live this weekend. You know, these guys, they're constantly calling everyone humorless and thin-skinned, are themselves humorless and thin-skinned. But really, what's most interesting about this is the way the man says the words Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live has not been culturally relevant in 20 years. Saturday Night Live has not produced a meaningful talent since the 1990s. Saturday Night Live has been a place where comedy goes to die. The only good thing that has happened on Saturday Night Live in the last couple of decades were the times that President Trump hosted Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live, it's like, it's so strange. It has such a strange rhythm to it, and it's slightly different every single time. Stephen Miller was born and raised in Los Angeles. What is that accent? No one here speaks like that.
It's Saturday Night Live with guest host Stephen Miller.
they ought to let him host the show, and then we can talk about how unfunny everyone else is. Fox is great because 1 hour, they can go from Saturday Night Live being not funny to J.D. Vance being a hoot.
Vice President J.D. Vance has a new title, King of the Internet Memes. There's a zillion of these. Bob Ross, the Las Vegas Dome, the very popular chubby face Vance. And the VP finally broke his silence on this yesterday, telling a reporter that he has indeed seen the memes, I don't know how you could not, and is enjoying the fun.
Republicans used to be seen as the party that were stuffy, white guys, boring, right? They're the cool party now. He's like a cool guy.
Yeah, he's a regular Spuds McKenzie, you know? I hear he even sits backwards in a chair sometimes, you know? It's depressing to see these non-people in positions of power here in our country, but I feel like it makes it even more fun when somebody like King Charles, for instance, who unveiled his Apple Music playlist today, opens his mouth and shows the world how strange he is.
Kylie Minogue came to St. James's Palace to perform this song in 2012. The song is The Locomotion, and this is music for dancing. Again, it has that infectious energy which makes it, I find, incredibly hard to sit still.
I am also quite stimulated by the funky cold Medina, is it? We need to get him on The Masked Singer or something. Meanwhile, we have a new #1 movie in the United States. Mickey 17, starring Robert Pattinson, was tops at the box office this weekend. Mickey 17, of course, is a sequel to Mickey, Mickey 2, Mickey 3, Mickey 4, Mickey 5. What was after Mickey 5, Guillermo?
Well, Mickey 6.
Mickey 6. All the way through the 16. Whenever Hollywood has a new hit, we have no choice but to turn it over to our in-house movie critic, Yahya, who's been gone for a while. We banished him from the show, but he's back by very unpopular demand after a long hiatus. I give you, once again, Yahya talking about the movie Mickey 17.
Action! Good like that? Action! Hi, it's me, Yahya. I talk about the new movie today. The new movie is called Mickey 17. This movie talk about the moon, about the fire, about the snow. You have Mickey 17, and he have his twins. You know Mickey, the guy, what his name? Robert Pattinson. Robert also, he's in the movie Harry Potter. You know, I got the man guy in the Harry Potter, but I don't know his name. They have also the Mickey Mouse. You know Mickey Mouse, the guy eat the wood. I watched that and I'm a young boy. But couple year, that Robert, he's in kiss the lady in the neck and he take his blood. And the guy with him in the movie also, taller or something, I don't know. And he come like dog too. And the girl with him, I got picture with her. Her name, Kasten. Yeah. And Eddie Murphy also, he do Dracula, take your blood. The other guy also, he's in the show for the kids. He dress Dracula for Simpson Street. 1, 2, 3, ha, ha, ha. And the guy, Patrick, he die and he come back. He die and he come back. And he make himself like maybe, I don't know, 20, 40, 50. Another movie, Twins, like Lindsay Lohan, she looks same. Will Smith also, they have a movie, Will Smith, you want Kelly Will Smith. Go watch that movie, I don't see it. Yeah. The guy who do the clown also long time, Michael Keaton. And Michael Keaton, he copy himself many times. In that movie, I watch it. The lady, she got sex with all the husband. This movie, they take space in the moon. Like, what is his name? Matt Damon, he go to the moon, call for make potato. You know, go see the movie, good movie, right, Yayas? Yeah! Yeah!
They're multiplying once I got them wet. Thank you, Yahya. Guillermo, do you know how many subscribers we have on YouTube now?
20 million.
That's right, yeah, that's why we're wearing these glasses. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not, help us get to 20,000,001.